question, the member from Thornhill.
Thank you, Speaker. My question is for the Minister of Finance. Have you asked the Provincial Auditor General to investigate whether taxpayers have received value for the $81 million spent on the Windsor Energy Centre and why it was built in the first place?
Minister.
Mr. Speaker, there are a number of issues associated with that centre that are now before the courts. The member knows well. I have had the opportunity to read both sides of the court submissions. They are detailed. They precipitate a court discussion where witnesses will be called, where testimony will be given under oath, and I think that will give Ontarians the opportunity to see exactly what has transpired in this transaction. It's one that I've indicated I'm not at all pleased with, and I believe that the court proceedings will bring light to this, and they will do so in a way with informed testimony under oath from both sides, and we will see where that court case winds up. We are interested in defending the interests of Ontario taxpayers.
Supplementary.
When the billion-dollar e-health boondoggle kicked off the summer of scandal, Premier McGuinty praised transparency and the Auditor General to absolutely anyone who'd listen. But when the summer drew to a close, the scandals did not, Minister. And from the very first questions I asked you in September about the Energy Centre, you ducked behind lawsuits and police investigations which do not remotely relate to the questions I'm asking. Now you say that it isn't necessary to get the auditor involved. Are you telling me that bad planning, off-book proposals, $40 million budget overruns, a sole-sourced contract at $15,000 a day, and an $81 million power plant that doesn't produce a single watt do not merit an auditor's investigation? Do you have to waste $1 billion of taxpayer money before you call in the Auditor General?
Excellent.
Minister.
I don't think there's a more transparent forum in the land than the courts of justice, Mr. Speaker. And there will be full testimony. Relationships will be disclosed with respect to the protagonists. Relationships I'm sure the member opposite will be interested in, and I'll be speaking a bit more about in future questions in the House, Mr. Speaker. I think that the court process will, in fact, allow testimony to be given under oath that will allow the public to see very clearly, and the documents are already available outlining the cases of both sides, the case put by the contractor, the case put by OLG. Our government's interest is in protecting the taxpayer, Mr. Speaker. We believe that transparent, public, open court process will do that as well as any other method, Mr. Speaker, and I stand behind our courts of justice.
New question.